Namaskar, Om Namah Shivaya, Hare Krishna. I am Acharya Pankhuri Verma, Vedic Nari astrologer, Vaastu Consultant and tarot reader. As you all know, I have started a new series, an intermediate series of Saturn's placement in the various houses of the horoscope. If you want to watch the basic series of all the planets in the houses or signs, you can check out the playlist of my channel. In this video, I am going to talk about Saturn's placement in the third house of the natal chart. Saturn in the third house of the natal chart, it is a location that can indicate a childhood marked by loneliness and isolation, I can say. Now, the ability to interact and relate to peers and family members may have been stunted and inhibited by shyness and social fears. With Saturn in the third house of the horoscope, there may be lack of communication. Although verbal skills may advance, especially during the formative years. While Saturn in the third house of the natal chart may totally suppress the volume of speech displayed by an individual, it could also encourage more concise and better quality speech. People with this placement, that is when Saturn is in the third house of the horoscope, may use an economy of words and place an emphasis on accuracy and correctness more. And I can say for this reason they can be very suitable as grammarians and language teachers. In addition, they can be very observant of the details and context of people's speech as well as the content of their surroundings or environment. In the third house, Saturn confers a more organized mental orientation, I can say. The way of thinking may lean towards black and white logic, and there may be a preference for convention over novelty. Although there may be a lack of interest in idle jokes and small talks, but at the same time, as a compensation, the ability to compose well thought out speeches and lengthy writing may be enhanced by this placement of Saturn in their chart. So, Saturn in the third house can emphasize the importance of truthful speech and also being true to one's words. Now, such a person may also be attracted to ideologies and idea systems that help structure his or her life and his or her understanding of other people. As I said earlier, those who have Saturn in the third house of their birth chart may have suffered from loneliness as children. Interactions with others may have been limited by shyness and social inhibition, and as a result, these people may have had I can say hard time making friends or have reduced the number of friends to just a few. Such natives are not likely to be terribly sociable or inclined to strike up a lot of conversation with strangers and people they don't know very well. For such natives, the barrier to meeting new people is much higher. They may have to learn through their experiences how to break the ice and relate to others in a more informal sense. Loneliness can be a problem for them as they may be more fond of ideas and information than people. Saturn in the third house represents resistance to change, which necessitates the effort that is required to achieve a consistent and credible role in communications technology. Such natives whose Saturn is placed in the third house in their natal chart works overtime to gain the respect of the neighbors, the team, or the departmental working group. With professional seniority and a disciplined narrative, such native can mature into a capable technical report writer. Anxiety, that is throat constriction about releasing too much information, may produce social criticism for such native. One may be perceived as withholding, controlling, or uncooperative. Now, on the other hand, when Shani enjoys a favorable sign and supportive aspect, the messaging outcome can be elegantly streamlined. To avoid depression, such native must be engaged in mental, transactional, communications related work. One must contribute to society in the areas of information management, sales, planning, and teamwork. With Saturn in the third house of the horoscope, early schooling may have been aided by good study habits and perseverance. With their hard work, such people with this placement can excel in writing and language arts and possibly in computer science as well. Their powers of communication may not be as apparent in their verbal speech, but more so in their written words. Saturn here confers a lack of emotionality and blocks as they relate to others. For them, the ability to formulate their thoughts and compose them in written form may be more preferable to such natives. They may be well suited to work within communication systems as a kind of facilitator. Okay? Logistics and scheduling people around a task or goal can be some of their strongest points. So friends, in this video, I have tried to explain the general outcomes of Saturn's placement in the third house of the natal chart. This interpretation and explanation is non-exhaustive. Specific results depends on 12 plus 9 plus 12 plus 28, that is 61 main parameters and 108 sub-parameters, which I have already explained in detail in my another video. It will be available on all the digital platforms once my contract with my patron organization for this video is over and it's on the horizon. For specific queries, for specific reading, for personalized reading, any doubts, you can ping me at my mobile, WhatsApp, you can email me, or you can comment on the comment sections. Ciao, till my next digital excursion. Hare Krishna, Om Namah Shivaya.